What's up, guys? Hope you're doing good. I am doing pretty good myself, and of course, we have more hypercars. So, uh, these are kind of interesting because it kind of seems like these have already been released, but there's some differences. So, the red one. It was the first release of the red Cadillac V-Series.R. This was number 736. And this one was from the 2023 Le Mans 24 Hours. And this car had some inaccuracies. So, this red one, the one that we are looking at today, this one just came out, number 745. This is the one from the 2023 IMSA Sebring 12 Hours, and this was the car that won that race. So, one's from Le Mans, one's from IMSA. This one's actually inaccurate. I have it sitting right here. And this little number counter back here, it's supposed to be the little 3-dot system that Le Mans uses. They put the IMSA counter on it, and then I guess the little box above the numbers, like the DHL box and then the WEC box above the number, that should be like the custom Le Mans box from what somebody told me. So, inaccurate car, but now we have the IMSA version of it. So if you didn't like the inaccurate version of the red one, now you have one that should be fine. And then for the blue one, this is going to be the one from Le Mans. This was the third place car from that race. And they fixed the issues that the red one had. They fixed the inaccuracies for this release. So this Le Mans version should be good. And then we also have the old one right here. Well, not old, but this was number 669 from a while back. This was from the IMSA Daytona 24 Hour. So we've kind of already seen these before, but there are some differences between them, even though one of them is just inaccurate. But these two should be solid, so that's always good. I'm afraid that there's still going to be a bunch of decals and whatnot, and hopefully not super bad quality control, but we can only see. So yeah, we'll jump into it. I don't ever complain about getting these hypercars because I really do like them. I'm excited for the Lamborghini. Is it the SC63? I think is what it is. Excited to see that one. In fact, I think they just showed a finished sample of it at the Indonesian Diecast Expo. So that one might actually be released here soon. I believe it's already on pre-order. So we might be seeing that one hopefully before the end of the year. But all right, so let's go ahead and jump into this one, the blue one first. So this is number 716. Again, it is the Cadillac V-Series.R number 2 from the 2023 Le Mans 24 Hours, and this is the car that took third place. There's all the stuff on the back. You do have your 24 Hours of Le Mans licensing, a TSM authenticity sticker, your GM licensing, and then there is the information on the UPC right there. So that is good. And let's take a look at it. So this is going to be pretty much, they haven't really changed the liveries on these. So this is going to be the same livery as the one that released earlier on. Obviously, it still has the amazing Michelin tire printing on the tires, which is awesome. Really do like to see that. It makes these hypercars look so much better. And then you have your nice blue livery that kind of like goes into like a black and gray effect down here. And then on the side, just black. So very nice car. They did a great job with the casting. The thing that's not always great is the use of decals and how they end up looking. So as you can see right in here, you can see all that nastiness like bubbling. You can see like a residue from the adhesive and whatnot and little splotches right there. So that is not good. That is very shoddy decal work. I don't know why they're not tampo printing these, but you can also see it on this side as well. You can see there's a clear cut line coming down, and then the decal is actually, like, the decal isn't smooth at all. That's how you can tell that there's a decal there, and that decal runs pretty much all the way back to the end of the car. It's all decal in here. So, unfortunate. Obviously, I wasn't expecting that to be any different because Why would they change that when they've already done several versions of this casting? I don't know. But they did not change it, so that is all still decaled up, just in case you were wondering. It doesn't look terrible, but it's when you catch it in the light, in the right spot, like right there, it looks so bad. But this is the one from Le Mans. They actually did fix the inaccuracies, so you have the Le Mans counter right here instead of the number box. So that is good. And then you also have on the little number box right here, you have the 24 hours of Le Mans information right there on the hood right there, which you also do have the WEC, which I believe that is accurate now. And then obviously on that side as well, you do still have some WEC stuff going on, but I think that is accurate. But yeah, so this is the other Le Mans version that was incorrect. So it had just incorrect number boxes and whatnot. But this one appears to be fine. Like I said, it is just a flat blue color, almost like a matte blue. But you have all the information at the front, your Cadillac badge, the American flag, all the stuff up here. The headlights do look good on this one. They are clear acrylic, lensed off. Then you also have like some LED, like fog lights or high beams down there as well. And that might be what these little ones are too. I'm not exactly sure. But the front end looks pretty good. You have the massive front splitter, which is cool. Open wheels. Well, open topped wheels, I should say. You have your little mirrors right here, right behind the wheels. Those actually are still rubber, even though they're kind of like built onto the top of the fender right there. So that is nice. On the cockpit, you do have the Cadillac banner going across the windshield. And then the names of the drivers, of course. Those are going to be on both sides on the top right there. Unfortunately, I do believe that is a decal. I'm actually not too sure. That might be a print. I can't tell. Sometimes it is hard to tell what's decals and what's tampos, but yeah, you do have some white accenting going along the cockpit as well, which looks pretty cool. And then on this side, there is going to be your fuel filler and whatnot. Looks pretty good. Done in like a silver color. All the appropriate little details in there. So we do like that. And then on the side of the car, you have all your goodies. Pretty cool livery on this. I do like this, the way these cars look. You've got like the Cadillac up here on this big fin, and then like some red and yellow and gray and blue. It looks pretty cool. But on the back right here, Mobil 1, Michelin, got a bunch of sponsorships on the side right there. Looks pretty good. And then on the back end, your taillights are just going to be painted on because of how thin they are, which I think is totally fine. And yeah, that's all the detail from the back side. And of course, you have these little channels in here with some venting and whatnot, which is pretty cool. But I'm glad that they fixed the inaccuracies on these, at least this this casting of the Le Mans version. So that is always nice to see. If you did get the old blue one from the IMSA, it was the Daytona, right? Yeah, if you did get the Daytona variant and you're not a completionist with these Cadillacs, you probably don't need to get the one from Le Mans unless you're a Le Mans nut. You could probably just suffice with having one of them. But if you do want to have both versions, I definitely think it's worth it. These are a little bit more expensive than your standard Mini GT. I think it's because the casting is more complex and there's a lot more like stuff going on, even though they're using decals, which should lower the price. But yeah, I definitely, if you're a completionist or you really like your hypercars, feel free to get both because they are very nice. But if you don't really care, obviously it's your choice. If you don't want to get it, I get it. Because now we've had 2 blue ones, 2 red ones, and a yellow one of this casting. So it is a little bit monotonous. But now we'll take a look at this one, the number 745. So this is the Cadillac V-Series.R number 31 from the 2023 IMSA Sebring 12 Hours. And this is the car that won the race. So there's all your stuff on the back. You got your IMSA licensing, GM licensing. There's the info on the UPC. And yeah, this one's nice too. Now we have an accurate red one because the old red one that came out was the inaccurate Le Mans version. So now we have an accurate red one, which is good. So on the side of the car, you do have your number 31 box right there with the WeatherTech sponsorship. Of course, you have your printed tires, again, with that Michelin printing. then you got a bunch of sponsorship logos down here, which look pretty good. And it kind of fades from red into black. And this is like the Whelen racing team. And so, of course, you're going to have the big Whelen sponsorship logos on the front and the sides, on the rear wing. And back here as well, you do have some more of that those sponsorship logos. Does look like the side is like a carbon fiber type print. It was like that on this Le Mans one back here too. So it kind of looks like carbon fiber, which is nice. And then, of course, you do have the big fin back here as well with that same type of coloring and pattern. And then, just like the other ones, all this stuff in here is going to be decals, which, yeah, it is unfortunate. But at this point, it kind of is what it is. They are still pretty nice models. And I haven't had any, like, crazy quality control issues with mine, so I can't complain too much. But there's the front end. I see on this IMSA one, you are missing those little LEDs that go across the front right here. You still do have the ones down here, but you do not have the little dots that are going across like you do on the Le Mans cars. So kind of interesting. Hopefully that's accurate. But like the color theme of this one too. Red, black, and a good amount of white as well. You got the names of the drivers on the roof of the cockpit right there. Looks pretty good. Don't really see any huge issues. Again, this is the number 31 car. You have all your IMSA little things right there. Pretty cool. Like the WeatherTech logos and whatnot. And yeah, this one's pretty nice. Again, taillights are going to be the same way. Just little painted strips. And then the headlights are also going to be the same. So honestly, these are very nice cars. I do like them a lot. It is nice to get some accurate versions of the Le Mans one, or an accurate version of the Le Mans one out after the last release was kind of a dud. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have any feedback about these. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next video.